Downtown Toronto neighborhood is once again expressing concern over an issue they say is only getting worse. We first brought you their story back in October, and months later, these residents say they've been seeing an increase in discarded drug paraphernalia in their area.
I came across a bag full of needles and garbage. There's probably about at least 20 needles down there.
CityPlace resident Julian Catalano was walking his dog yesterday when he found a bag ripped open on the path by Canoe Landing Park. Needles spilling out on the busy sidewalk adjacent to the Gardner.
Obviously, it's dangerous walking the path. In the summertime, you could easily step on one of those and, step on a needle, or some kids could bring it home.
Gary Peters is the president of the CityPlace Residents Association and tells City News there's been a noticeable increase of discarded drug paraphernalia around the area where thousands call home.
We're going on dirty needle patrols in our parks, and that's concerning.
Back in October, City News brought you concerns residents in the Spadina and Fort York neighborhood had over the increase of discarded needles. And according to Peters, things are getting worse.
Anytime you have discarded needles, it's a big concern.
What do you think the solution is?
We would like needle drop boxes in CityPlace. Needle drop boxes in the linear parks and in Canoe Landing Park.
The MPP for the area, Chris Glover, has also been receiving calls from concerned residents, but echoes what advocates have been saying, that this is a larger conversation on the need for more harm reduction initiatives in the city that can be accessed by those who need it.
There's so many social and economic problems that are driving this overdose crisis. It's also driving the homelessness crisis, and the two are intersect.
At kind of the provincial level, how are you tackling?
We absolutely need the provincial government to step up, and it's absolutely appalling. We are in the midst of an overdose crisis in this country, in this province. There is a overdose prevention site at the Queen West Community Health Centre.
Do you think that's accessible for people here?
It's not close enough. We need more of these sites.
Back in March, the provincial government cut funding to a number of safe injection sites in Toronto, with critics saying this will lead to an increase in the number of overdoses on the street. The Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care, though, sticking to their newly created model, saying they're addressing critical gaps in the system. Quote, based on extensive consultation with experts, we are confident the model we have brought forward is the right approach to connect people struggling with addiction with the care they need and deserve.
This government is actually making cuts to public health, and it's the public health teams that are coming out and supporting these people with addictions.
And we asked the area's Councillor Joe Cressy what's been done since our story aired last fall. He wasn't available for an interview today, but his office says they've been working with a number of health organizations and resident groups to provide resources, assisting and circulating materials to residents. And they say they're also in contact with street workers who have also provided support.